So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but there is an LGBTQ center place in where I'm at. And so I went there to go see, cause like I'm in downtown. So I went there to go see about like what I need to do in order to change my name for taxes, because I've never done that. And I didn't really get a lot of information on it, right? They gave me cookies. Anyway, so I have all of my paperwork and stuff from everything I've ever done, and they say that I need to either call the IRS or when I do my taxes, like I should be all connected, because I already have my social, my ID. I just need my birth certificate, but I have to go to my hometown because I'm not from this area, so I have to go there, which is like a 3-hour drive, and it's near the beach, which would be perfectly fine, right? And I was telling them, like, I was in this horrible situation of housing, and I heard that you help with housing. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, I was in this house where I was threatened, harassed, like, it was not clean and all this stuff. I was living upstairs, and the cats had a pissing fight, and then I fell down the stairs, and I cracked my knee cap, and, like, then I moved downstairs, and now they want to sue me, and, like, all of this stuff is going on. And then I mentioned the name of the landlord, and the dude, he was like, can you go to the billboard and get this flyer that's there for room for rent? And I was like, sure. And I looked at it, and it's the bitch's name. And I was like, what the fuck? And so he told me, he was like, yeah, if it's just like one person and one person telling me like how bad it is, you know, I have to weigh both options. But if it's 2 against 1, and I showed him my receipts, I showed him my text messages, I showed him every single thing about this lady, because she'll come off nice, but I literally start crying, and I was like, if I start crying, just ignore it. Like, I'm still mad at the situation, because like my stuff is stored at my partner's house. I'm living with my best friend, and one of my coworkers who told me about this place, and my therapist then told me about it, they're taking care of my cat. My brain stopped for a second. And so like all this stuff is happening, and like I'm really grateful to them, and I'm trying to figure it out and go, you know, forward from all of this. But I'm just like, oh my god. So we took down that, and I have to send them all my proof. Now they're going to be investigating it. But dude, I thought I had a flyer, but I don't. I'll do like a green screen video to show you guys. But they have like this whole resource center, and they asked me like, you have to fill out this form, and I was like, okay, what's this form? And the form was literally for like LGBTQ resources, searching for asylum, top surgery, or any form of hormone and stuff, like help. They'll help when you get top surgery. They'll do like, I think he said like $1,000 a year if you get approved and you're doing all of this. They have like medical help and mental health and all this stuff. And I was like, god damn, where were you guys years ago? I have been living through horrible roommates since like 2019. Ever since COVID started, I guess 2020, when COVID started, the roommates that I were living with that I actually loved, they left because of COVID, and they went back home to their families and stuff like that. And then it was just me, and then I got a new roommate when everyone was like, oh, COVID is okay now or whatever. And then I got a roommate, and that person stole all of my shit, and that's how I ended up moving into the place of the people that are suing me now because of loss of rent and other bullshit. I don't want to get into that topic. But like all of this shit's happening. I was like, where were you guys fucking like 3 years ago when I didn't even know about it? But I'm not really like connected with the LGBTQ world as much as I should be, and it's hard. But I was like, goddamn, I feel like people should know about that. Like, look up LGBTQ resource centers in your area, because I just found one here. And I'm kind of happy that I did. They gave me cookies, they had coffee and snacks, and they had so many like pride flags and gay flags and flyers, and the whole place was like gay, just rainbow hearts and love and all this stuff. And I was like, this is kind of really cool. And he told me about something tonight, but I don't know if I'm gonna go, because it's like meditating and mindfulness, and I still don't like doing that, because I was tormented as a kid to do that. I don't really like that kind of thing. But they were telling me a lot. The whole reason of this whole conversation was because they told me a lot about my name change shit, and how to do it for my taxes. And I still need to do like a whole like how I changed my name and the whole process video, which I will get to. So hopefully I will be able to get my name changed. It's just because of my credit and my taxes, and because it's January, I really need to do my taxes. I usually always do my taxes in January because I get my W-2s fast, or it's usually always freaking TurboTax already has it already prepared. But I'm working at a store that was built in the 80s and still runs in the 80s. So they're not going to have my tax forms yet. So, yeah. I feel better now. Thanks for listening to me rant.